Welcome back all. In today's video I'm going to be repotting this Prince of Wales Juniper. Juniperus Horizontalis Prince of Wales. Enjoy. So yeah, Prince of Wales Juniper. I got this during, I believe, the coronation. It's like £15 at the time. And I've got a few of these these are like creeping junipers kind of thing. Obviously like green carpets, another one. I wasn't actually sure at the time if this was good for bonsai or not. It seems to be okay. I mean, the foliage is quite dense, but it's like a needle species really. But yeah, and I saw this one. I kind of saw the shape of it already, and I kind of thought, it'd be nice to have like a kind of like a low tree, so it isn't actually that high. Obviously, kind of just creeps forward. And my ideas with that was like looking at trees that are coming off of or growing off the edge of like cliff faces. So I think eventually I'll be looking to pot this on that kind of angle, on a rock maybe, so you can get that vision. So I've done quite a bit of work to this over last year. Generally thinned it out. There was a lot of leaders, let's say there's about 5 different branches that are all about the same thickness. So I kind of went with my main leader and then tried to form an apex out of 3 little branches there. And this year I work more on the apex part, try and add in some movement. It's quite straight. And then I did want some kind of semi-cascade branch off to the left. But I noticed that last year it grew okay. Like the foliage was quite dense and packed out, but there was no back budding going on. There was nothing growing from the actual trunk itself. So when I looked at it in over the winter time, I realised just how soggy the soil was constantly. Obviously this isn't great for junipers. And then that's when I decided to. So you'll see when I first pulled it out of the pot there was just a clump of soil at the bottom which the roots just did not want to grow into, because I'm guessing it's so soggy and wet. Which isn't great for a tree like this. Obviously I'm trying to, if I'm going to be doing like a root over rock in the future, and it won't be like all the roots are over the rock, it'll just be a couple dangling down the front just to give that idea of clinging. Then I need better root growth than this, and juniper's roots are very fine anyway, so I'm going to need to build some thicker roots there. So speaking about the branch selection for this tree, it wasn't great at the time. I still managed to build an okay looking tree from the front, but from the back it looks horrendous, or from the top. So that's something I'll need to work on in the next coming years. Also some deadwood that I made there needs some work. It needs to be made a bit more realistic. It's just, to be honest, I kind of peeled off the bark and then kind of left it for a bit. Didn't really do anything with it at the time. It's not got a bad root ball in it, and there are quite a few roots coming from the trunk, and it's kind of like a nabari already. That's already coming in, so it'd be good to keep that going. Now fortunately, because we're late on in the, well I say late on in the repotting season, usually I wouldn't even start yet, but this year's been a bit different and I've repotted so many trees already, I'm actually running out of good decent pots to repot into. So this is the basket that I got from B&M. I've just put some plaster tape on there. So I use plaster tape for my screens for holes. It's just cheap as. It's like £1 a roll, and that roll's lasted me about 2 years so far. And just some wire in the bottom, so I'm going to hold this in the wire, and I'm pretty sure you can see there that there are some kind of higher roots, which this is what I'm trying to leave to grow out a little bit, just so they can be clinging on to a rock in future, or it might be something else. It might not be a rock, but that's the kind of style I'm going for, and I hope by the end of the video you'll be able to see that. So it's just me just tying in that final tie down wire there, and it is quite low in this pot. This pot isn't really the one that I wanted to put it into. I could have potted it higher as well, but because it's one of them kind of airy pots, I want the roots to run a little bit, and putting it too high will probably stop those Nabari kind of roots growing more. So I've had to put it quite deep, but I can barely get my hand in there to sort this out. You know, does this tree conform really to the bonsai rules? I don't think so. I say the rules, obviously, there's different things in bonsai, like rules and styles that you want to go for, but generally I'd say this doesn't fit in with your normal tree. But that's different in a way, and again, I try to look for more of a naturalistic style with most of my trees. Obviously, I will have some trees that I kind of copied the Japanese style, and that's all well and good, but I feel like this one's a bit more of a naturalistic. I remember when I went to Lisbon a couple of years ago, and there was a lot of trees like this growing off of like mountain tops and cliff edges and bits like that, so this is kind of where I got the inspiration for this tree when I saw it. I'm hoping for more backbudding here so I can create more thinner branches. You know what I mean? So smaller pads but more often, and then kind of use, because at the minute there's this gaping hole in the middle. There's a lot of empty space going on. And that's just because obviously the tree that I bought, it was a dense tree. I'm surprised it even survived the first trimming. I'll put it that way. And that's it for this one. If you enjoyed today's content, please make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification. I'll see you soon.